Alright, so what's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, we're going to be checking out the new FJX Horus in Modern Warfare 3. Now this gun is based off of one or two guns. It's either the MP9 from the original Modern Warfare 3, or it's based off the MP11 from Advanced Warfare. Now, I feel like it's probably the MP11 because obviously the BAL and MORS are from Advanced Warfare, so it kind of makes sense. Let's be honest, I mean, the MP11 is probably just a futuristic version of the MP9 anyway, so it's probably just all under the same, like, weapon tree anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, here it is on screen here. I've got it max level. I've just been using it today, and honestly, like, initial impressions of this thing, it feels pretty good. I don't think in Warzone this thing is going to be meta or anything. It's just going to be something that's, like, going to be used. But in multiplayer, I feel like this is where this is going to, like, 100% thrive. The reason I don't think it's going to thrive in Warzone, obviously, apart from the obvious, which is just the Renetti just dominating the game at the moment. Oh my god, like, Rebirth at the moment is just full of Renettis. It's horrible. If you've actually played Rebirth, or maybe even regular Warzone, I don't actually know, you know how bad it is. Like, the Renetti is genuinely the most OP thing I've ever seen in anything. It's almost as bad as, like, Org FFAR meta, like, genuine. The thing is, as well, the mobility of this thing isn't really top tier, in my opinion, as well. Like, it feels good. It feels like one of the more mobile SMGs, but it doesn't feel like anything like the Rival 9, for example, or maybe the Ram 9. I just don't think this thing is going to compete with the top tier SMGs, but it's still in the top sort of region. I think it's going to be better in multiplayer as well, because obviously it doesn't rely on range as much like it does in Warzone. Anyway, here's the setup I've got on screen here. I have no idea if this is the meta build or not, but this is just something that I thought would be best. We're trying to get speed in there. The iron sights I'll show you in game, actually. They're not terrible, but I'd just rather use a red dot, to be honest. They're a bit ass. I think we're going to go ahead and play Emergency today, because this is the new, like, 6v6 grinder map that's in the game at the moment. And I've got to be honest, I actually don't mind playing small map mosh pit in this game, because there's actually, what, like 6 maps in the moment. Whereas in the previous games, you'd just have, like, shipment 24/7 or shoot the shit, and it would literally feel like a rinse and repeat process. But the thing is, in this game, there's so many small grinder maps in this game now, where it actually feels like you can play the small map mosh pit and still get, like, variation from every game. And I'm not gonna lie, that was the most important thing for me. What I said at the start of this year, I wasn't gonna touch a small map mosh pit, was because it was literally gonna be like shipment and what else is in the game, like meat or something, like only 2 or 3 maps. And obviously there wouldn't be a lot of variance between games. Like, it's literally the same 2 maps, the same thing. And you could say with all of the grinder maps, it's the same thing, where it's literally just spawn die, spawn die. But to be honest, for me, it's more about, like, the mental of it, in the sense that every single map in this looks a lot different. You've got, like, this map, which is sort of sunset vibe. You've got meat, which is, like, you know, grey, cloudy England. Makes you feel right at home, that does. It's not even a meme. Like, every single day in England, it's just grey and cloudy. Then you got Das House, which is bright and sunny. You got Shipmas, which is obviously, like, Christmas themed. Like, there's just a lot of, like, different eye candy in all the different maps, and they're so different that it's not depressing playing the same map over and over and over again. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure how to feel about Emergency at the moment. I feel like it does play quite well, but I feel like it's one of the weaker of the grinder maps, in my opinion. I'm not really sure how to feel about Emergency, to be honest. I feel like it's definitely one of the weaker of the grinder maps, in my opinion. I think Shipmas is probably better. Stash House as well. I love Stash House. I genuinely think Stash House is probably my favorite grinder map, to be honest. I mean, Shipmas is, like, you know, obviously the classic, but Stash House, I can't even say it. Stash House, I feel like, is that perfect grinder map where, like, obviously Shipmas, you've got literally lanes just looking at each other, whereas Stash House actually feels like a map, in the sense that you can kind of spawn and not just get beamed instantly, which I really like. Oh, I like this new update to the stun grenade. That's actually really helpful. So I feel like it's after a certain amount of time when you've been stunned, you can actually just look around again, which is great. Look at this guy, man. What are you doing? Guy's prone in his spawn with an SMG. Guy's using one of the shortest range weapon classes in the game, and he just decides to sit and spawn with it. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? The thing is, I'm complimenting them on this change to the stun grenade, but like Season 2, it's probably just not even an intentional change. It's probably just a bug. No way, he just fucking no-scoped me. Are you kidding me? Cool, whatever. Nah, I don't know how to describe it, man. I feel like on this map, everyone just plays really, really weird. I don't know how to describe it. People either run around in groups, or they're just lying in one of the back buildings, or just doing that, whatever the fuck that's supposed to be. Like, come on. Nah, I'm done. I don't really know how to feel about emergency. It's not as good as Stash House. It's not as good as Das House. It's not as good as Shipmas. Yeah, whatever. Let's just go into Small Map Mosh Pit. I don't know. It just feels like every single time I play that map, I just come up against the absolute most Martian weirdos I've ever seen in my fucking life. I just don't get it. Like, they're prone in their spawn, or I saw what... Oh my god, it was... I can't even describe it properly. Like, so if you've played the map on Domination, you know where A is, right? In that little room, you probably just saw it. There's a little, like, I think there's, like, some elevators on the wall. And just around the corner there's a tiny little, like, corner of the room where you can just sit. I literally played earlier today, and the guy was just prone there for some reason. Like, what the fuck are you doing? The guy's literally right in the back of his spawn, looking into his spawn. Like, it wasn't looking down the lane towards our flag. He was looking into his spawn. Like, where's the men? Like, what are you thinking? But, oh yeah, I'm gonna go sit in my spawn and hope they just manifest in front of me. I mean, to be fair, with this game's spawns, it wouldn't even surprise me. I've got the same problem I did last video, where I'm just really warm again. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just later in the night. Like, when I get in home from work or whatever, I get in, I don't feel warm, I feel fine, I put the heating on, and then just later in the night, I just get boiling hot for no fucking reason. I'm gonna put a red dot on. You guys saw the iron sights. I don't think they're horrible, and I think you can make them work. I just feel like in some gunfights, it's a little bit invasive. Like, the iron sights are too close to the actual, like, base of the gun, if that makes sense. Actually, if we're ranking the grinder maps, I would say Stash House is my favorite, Meat is second favorite, Das House, third, maybe. Shipment, then Emergency, then Rust. I really don't like Rust, to be honest. I mean, it works perfectly fine if you're using a sniper and assault rifle, but everything else, it's just too open, man. People just play like morons as well. I played Rust for the first time today in a very long time. I literally left within the first, like, minute because somebody was just sat up top of an LMG. Like, why is that even a thing? They should have a respawning mine at the top of Rust, where every time we run up there, you get hit by the mine, and it just respawns instantly. Why not? POV, you live in England. Look at the sky, and it's just grey every single time. The thing is, I say I can't wait for summer when it gets all like sunny and warm, and warm for us, by the way, is like 20 degrees. That's like actually a hot day. Yeah, I gaslight myself into thinking that we actually might get a decent summer, and if it was anything like last summer, we literally got, I swear to God, about 4 days of sunshine. Every other day was mild and, like, grey and cloudy. It was so depressing. Oh, yeah, I want to ask a question for you guys. Does anybody know if you can actually track old Warzone stats? Like, I was thinking that I want to see how many wins I got in the original Rebirth. And I was thinking, like, obviously they shut down the original Warzone. Like, is there a way I can still launch the game and look at my stats? Or are those stats just, like, gone forever now with, like, Warzone and Warzone Caldera? I mean, it'd be really shit if I actually can't just look at my stats at all now. I mean, at least with the other older COD games, like, they were always just still there, regardless of if the game, like, you know, died off or whatever. The game was still there. You can still look at your stats and, like, your class setups and all that shit. Fancy shooting him, lads, or we were just going to run at him. Fucking hell, man. Do I have to do everything around here? I can't lie, this gun does feel nice. Like I say, it probably is pretty good in Warzone. Like, I think it definitely is, but I just don't think it's going to be, like, top tier, like, meta competing, if that makes sense. Daddy Pringles boy. He's just lying down in mid. Sick. Cool. I was actually using the aftermarket haymaker. It's so fucking obnoxious, man. Teammate is fucking standing there watching me die again. I'm not going to scream because I've got my window wide open. It's like midnight. But I really want to. This fucking guy with this haymaker, I swear to God. But are my teammates actually intentionally dense? I don't fucking get it. How can you not see a guy in our spawn going... Here comes Makarov with his signature weapon. The fucking binary trigger drum mag haymaker, yeah. I love that part of the Modern Warfare 3 campaign where Makarov slide cancelled around the corner and just used the binary trigger haymaker on fucking Captain Price. Look at him, even using smoke grenades to ram. I'm so glad I get to use the SMG today, because if I had to come up against this fucking freak with the Moors, I'd actually lose my head, honestly. I genuinely think I'd just rage so hard. I don't care, I shot his body, it's all that matters to me anymore. almost spat my tea everywhere. That was so funny. Just comes around the corner. I'm just dumping an entire mag into him. Guy shoots my body after I shoot his. I mean, let's get one thing straight here. You're using this fucking stupid shotgun and you think you can shoot my body using that? Fuck out of it. Well, you lot of fucking dog shit. Use that shotgun harder, you fucking pussy. Can't even break 40 kills with that fucking shotgun. Are you actually shit at the game? You can't get more than 40 kills using the fucking haymaker. You're fucking dog shit. Actually uninstall the game.
You're fucking dog shit, mate. Go brush your teeth, you fucking.
You're fucking shit at the game, lads. You can't even get 40 kills with a fucking shotgun, you weirdo. Right, I think that's enough of COD for one day. I got home today at 5 PM. I think I played Rebirth non-stop up until around about half 10, 11. And obviously I'm recording this video now about midnight. So I think I've had enough for one day, especially with that haymaker guy. My blood is boiling. Thanks for watching this video on the FJX Horus. Overall, I think it's a very fun SMG to use. I just don't think it's going to be like meta changing or anything. But I highly recommend using it anyway. It's still fun to use. And if you're interested, stick around for my Rebirth videos, which are going to be starting very soon. I genuinely have got about 5-6 hours footage already that I need to go through. So yeah, I can't wait to make those videos.